So there you go, we got one pearlescent and one solid colour. In the engine bay, underneath, inside the car is going to be solid, and then all the outside panels where we want it to look mint is going to be in the pearl and lacquered. And didn't Keith do a good job? I'll give him a pat on the back once he's out of his mucky suit. And there we go, folks, it's on its wheels. Exciting times, we're ready to put some paint on the outside. Welcome everybody to part 13, which is unlucky for some, but hopefully not to us.
Yes.
Where we are painting the outside of our MK1 Escort. At last, it's here, it's ready to paint.
Can't wait, mate.
It's going to be brilliant. So without further ado, let's get stuck into this video. So even though the outside of the body is pretty much ready, it's still like a massive process to go to just get it totally ready for the paint to go on, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got to get it back down the body shop, ready for Keith to start working his magic on it. So what are you going to do first, Keith?
Right, first thing is to mask it up.
Again,
and then DA it with the interface pad with 500.
Yeah.
Soft pad 500 in where I can't get with the DA. Blow it off and then degrease it. Seam seal just some of the edges where it needs sealing. Unmask it.
Unmask it again, yeah?
Yeah, and then blow it off inside and out and then get it into the booth.
Yeah, get it back into the booth, which we've then got to
Remask it.
Mask it up again, which is a pain. There's so much waste when you're spraying a car, it's unreal. But yeah, mask it up again, all the little holes so the paint don't get into the inside, all round, and then it's ready for our paint, isn't it? So looking at the booth, we've changed the filters, cleaned it all out, redid the tacky booth coating on the wall, so if you ever come down here, don't lean on the walls inside the booth because it's
sticky.
We basically cover it all inside the booth. It's like a glue, so any dust, dirt floating about in the area, if it hits the wall, it gets stuck to it. So that's what when we first started, I didn't know about it, didn't I?
Yeah, leant against it. What's that?
So next, we've got to tacky off the car.
Well, I'm going to give it a quick blow off.
Yeah.
Degrease it again.
Yeah.
And then tack it off and get the blue on.
Yeah, so the blue is coming out of the pot. Have a look at that. That is pearlescent, super secret blue.
Yes, can't say.
Looking very nice as it goes in there. So mixing it up, getting it ready. We're going to probably go through, what, 4 litres of this stuff?
Yeah, so 50-50 with thinners, so that'll make 8 litres.
8 litres, yeah.
So it should be about 4 or 5 litres mixed.
We'll have a bit left for when I muck up.
No, you're not going to muck up, mate.
So Keith's all happy now. He's got paint in his gun and he's ready to put it on this Escort. So the first coat that's going to go on is going to be a super light coat, just like finely dusting the paint on to give it a bit of texture, so the second, third and fourth coat is going to stick mint. So it's going on the body, the wings and the doors, ready for that second thicker coat. So the second coat starts going on. He can now start bladdering on this paint. Look at it, it's now a much deeper blue. It's such a nice colour.
Yeah, it's a beautiful blue though.
Yeah, it's proper nice. It's like darker than what you'd think, you know, but
yeah, and a bit of purple in it as well, so it's going to really shine.
But hopefully out in the sun it's going to be, you know, lighter blue. Well, it'd be a mixture, wouldn't it, of all the colours will pop out, which is good. Right, our base coat is on. Keith has done a mint job as always. If you look closely, we've had to scotch it slightly because some base coats you have to put the base on, then you've got a set time that you have to put the lacquer on over the top. So some are 20 minutes, some are 4 hours, but because we did it late last night, we've had to scotch it again just so this white and this lacquer is going to stick to the base coat. So the next step we've got to do in the car is put our stripes on. Now, looking at the stripes on, you know, you go on Google and look at images. When you look at the front corner, you've got the grille, and then on some, the stripe is much lower. Now, it's probably supposed to be like that, but just, I don't really like that looking that much lower. I want it slightly higher up. So I think what we're going to do is off this top swage line, is put a bit of 2-inch tape, and then we're going to go from under that 2-inch tape and start our line. The other thing, we're not going to continue the line through the bubble arches. Again, because on some, when you look down the side of the car, it makes that line look wobbly, it makes it look like you've put it on wrong. So I think we're going to do the lines up to the arch, stop, and then continue after. But before we start everything, we've got to put our wings on, put our doors on and our boot. So everything's there. We're going to get these lines spot on. So let's get cracking. Right then, where do we start lining this out? So again, I don't want a thin stripe. I don't want a too low stripe. I want one going across the middle of that, but slightly in line with the grill so it looks good. So I think the way we're going to start is drop some 2-inch tape all the way across that upper swage line. And then under that tape, we've got some 3mm lining tape. We're going to butt real close up to that masking tape. Next, we're going to do the outer white stripe 9mm. So we've got some 9mm lining tape. We're going to put that on underneath that 3mm tape. Then another 9mm under that first 9mm tape. And then getting the width right, we're going to drop another piece of 2-inch tape all along the lower swage. It looked like it would be too big of a stripe, so we're going to beef it up. We're going to bring another 2-inch piece of tape above that first piece. And then we've got our stripe. Curving it round at the edges, I'm going to drop a piece of tape level with the wing and then basically do it by hand, curve it round, make our nice little end pieces. And that's basically it. You know, it's a long job. It's took about 4 hours, but hopefully it's going to look all right. We'll see when the paint goes on it. So the paint, the white paint, we've got to mask up all this blue. So the white will try and search anywhere it can, and especially on like a deep blue like this is, we don't want any of this white getting on that blue. So we've got to mask it all up all over again, which is a complete pain, ready to spray the white. So the white we've got is a Ford white, nice, very bright white. Should contrast with the blue real good. So Keith mixes it up, the same as the blue base coat, and then strains it, pours it into the gun, and he's ready to start painting. So with the white, again, he's going to put a very, very light dust coat over the blue just to get the next couple of coats to grip. But even though Keefy no runs, we don't want to get a run in this white because we can't flat it out, because at the end of the day, we'd be flatting the blue and we don't want to touch that blue at all. So he's being real careful here. He's just light coats, one over the other, one over the other. So instead of 3-4 coats, he's putting about 5-6 coats on it. But that's the white done. Looks mint. Can't wait to get this lacquer. So the lacquer, here he is. He's pouring it out nice. I love watching this stuff when he's mixing it together. Just looks mint, doesn't it? So it's the first time we use this Capici lacquer. They'll probably phone me and tell me I've said it wrong. So Keith's a bit worried, to be honest. He's been suffering the last few days with a real bad cold. I don't know if you could hear it at the start of the video. So bless him, he's under the weather, but he's here. It's Friday night, 4:30, and he's still working. So mix the lacquer up, get it in the gun. This is the moment of truth. So again, we're going to dust the lacquer on first of all, get a gripper coat on there. So on the next coat, he can start banging it on hard. He's just going all around the car, nice and gently, just missed in that perfect light coat over that beautiful body now, and over the wings and over the doors, just to get the next coat to stick. So this is it. This is the moment of truth. Coat number 2, so we only put 3 coats of lacquer on. So coat number 2 is going on. Wow, this lacquer is actually good. I love it when you can see it's going on that. Wow, we can already see the mirror of the gun in the reflection of the lacquer. Wow, that looks super shiny straight out the gun. I just hope it dries that good, because at the moment that is looking proper mint. So he's putting it on the sides now. Look at him go. Keefy no runs, enjoying himself, doing his happy little dance. So even though it's Friday, it's getting late, he ain't rushing this job for no one. If it's getting done, it's getting done right. Just look at that finish Keefy's getting. I'm getting excited now. Just look at that car. What a beautiful Escort. I can't wait to get back into work on Monday and get stuck into putting it back together. Job's a good one. And there we go, folks. We're back up in the main workshop. What do you think of it? I think she's looking mint. Leave your thoughts in the comments on, you know, if you like the stripe, colour, everything else, and let me know what you think. So it's been back a beer a day. I've got lights in, the engine loom, a few other bits and bobs, got the dash top on and the clocks in. We're starting to get through it now. I think the next video will be the very last video, unfortunately. Me and Keith have absolutely loved doing this car. It's going to be a shame to sell it, which I probably won't, to be honest. Another thing, in end of March or 18th of March, I think, is the Classic Car and Restoration show at the NEC. So me and Keith will be there, and hopefully this will be there as a finished car. So make sure you come and have a look. So that's it for this video. So from me, I'll say see you again. Ta-da!